Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Cologne podcast. My name is Mike.
My name is Ryan, and we're just two best friends going on an uneducated adventure and giving you our stupid opinions on it.
That's right. And let us know what you guys think of Snazzy Seth's DJ Productions.
Oh, man.
You know, some of the worst things you can do in life is just tell people, hey, I trust you. You do whatever you want to do. You have creative license.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's better to go, hey, go ahead. We've got 163 episodes up. Listen to a few of them, and you'll get the drift of what we need. Instead, it's like, oh, you know how to do this? Okay, cool. We trust you. Go for it. You fucking...
Hey, real talk, though. Thank you, Snazzy, for filling in Todd's shoes. I know there were big shoes to fill, apparently.
Oh, Lord. Well, today we're taking a look at Bohemian Lime by Goldfield and Banks. And we haven't handled one of these fragrances since a random sample bag.
That's right. What was the one we smelled last time? It wasn't bad.
No. It was one that a lot of people were hyping up pretty hard.
Yeah.
It was like something moss and...
Yeah. And it was cool because I wish we had... That was a carded sample, right?
Yes. That was a random sample bag episode.
And shame on us. Probably should have done a little bit more research. But that was the one thing that we liked about that carded sample was that it had kind of like the cool story element to what they were trying to drive for that fragrance.
Yeah, I remember going like, oh, it's cool. They're Virginia cedar, and off the coastal regions is this Australian moss.
Yeah, and Lebanese goatweed and
Pacific rock moss. That's what it was. Yeah.
They didn't do any Lebanese goatweed.
So we don't have the cool story for this one, but I remember being pretty impressed by the last one for sure.
Yeah, I don't remember it blowing me away, I don't think.
The fragrance didn't, which we were surprised because honestly, a lot of the fragrance influencers on YouTube and stuff like that at one point were really hyping that fragrance up as like a summer fragrance, you know?
Yeah, when we get into it, I'll actually kind of talk about I did a little bad thing.
Uh-oh. Well, before we talk about your bad thing, let me talk about a bad thing on Fragrantica posted by Smoke or Fire.
Okay.
This is what Smoke or Fire thinks about Bohemian Lime by Goldfield and Banks.
All right.
Gross. Sharp, piercing lime that is reminiscent of an industrial bathroom cleaner.
Damn.
If you think Club de Nuit Intense Man is bad with the sharp lemon opening, then you need to try this and see just how harsh an opening can really be. The dry down is better, but still ruined by the industrial bathroom cleaner vibe. But hey, if that's your thing, by all means, try it out.
Oh, man. Well, I had some high hopes for this, but now I'm a little worried.
Yeah, because you were like, hey, we really need to try this one out. I hear it's badass. I hear all these things, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that was the bad thing I did. You know, we're always like, oh, we don't watch YouTubers no more. They're fucking lame. And I'm like, oh, Juice the Rose. I think is it Juice or Juicy? Juice the Rose? I don't know. The tall blonde-headed lady, she's a very good-looking woman. And her production quality is actually subtly really badass. I think it's probably my favorite out of all the YouTubers. I love how her aesthetic and how she does things.
Oh.
But she had we did our Buy It for Life, and then she has like this really cool, if you could only have this many fragrances to cover all your type of needs capsule thing kind of going on.
Okay.
And it's more curated, like you wake up, you're pitching a tent, you want to throw this on, you go to lunch, you're pitching a tent, you throw that on.
Yeah.
So
they all smell like ice water.
You're going to bed and you wish you were pitching a tent.
Yeah, exactly. But you're over 40, you wish you were pitching a tent.
But yeah, so she had a really cool list, and this was one of them. And when she was saying something about, I kind of glassed over this part.
So you bought into the hype. This is the episode.
Yes, I bought into the hype. It was one of her most recent ones. And she said, oh, this has got like, I think it was the one where she said, only fragrances any man would need, basically. And she recommended this one. It's summer.
Boy, that doesn't sound like a YouTube video at all.
I mean, it's done well. And she said something about ginger with it. And I was like, I love the smell of ginger. So I'm hoping this is like that.
Okay. Well, we'll get into it. But first, we need to go back in time. God, a couple of weeks, I guess.
Yeah.
To when we reviewed Fig Man by Carner Barcelona.
That's right. Hit the music, Todd, and welcome back.
Yeah. One Night Stand Review.
Well, Mike, after spending the night in Barcelona.
That's right, after my trip to Spain. What do I think about Fig Man?
Yeah. What do you think about that big Fig Man?
I didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't.
There was it was okay at first, then it got a little aquatic, and I remember going, wow, this is really strong aquatic. I really hate it. Then all the aquatic dropped out and it was nice again, and then it just kind of died.
Yeah, there was only like one random moment for very briefly. We're like, you know what this is? We were both sitting by each other like, this is pretty good.
You know what? Yeah, it had been a few hours.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, we keep it like on the back of our hand. So like every once in a while, I'll look over and you're like just randomly sniffing your hand, or you'll probably see me doing the same thing. But so I remember I saw you smelling your hand. So I thought, oh, let me check it out. So then I smell it and I'm like, hey, it's not bad right now.
Yeah.
But that's a lot to have to deal with to get into a fragrance. Like there's so many fragrances out there. I really do think you can find fragrances at whatever your budget may be, an answer to your budget that also you like all the way through.
100%. And that's what we try to find with any of these fragrances.
Yeah.
And I'm the same way. It only was for that brief moment, and that's just way too much hassle to just like something for a short bit.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even loud at that.
It's like, you know what? After the first 4 hours, I really liked it.
For 20 minutes.
Yeah. And then it was gone forever. So yeah, for me, I know there are probably other great fragrances by Carner Barcelona we need to try.
Yeah.
But that one we jumped into because I was really getting hyped up on fig notes.
Yeah.
And very disappointed.
Now we hate fig.
Yeah.
All right. There's our one night stand review of Carner Barcelona's Fig Man.
Now it's time to buy the hype, baby. Let's try this Bohemian Lime by Goldfield and Banks.
Can I hit it first?
Yes, please.
Oh, man.
It's your fault we're doing this episode anyways.
I haven't been doing this, but I'm going to waste a shot over.
Oh, for your homies?
Yeah, just because I'm always worried. You know how sometimes I get that weird funk, and I was like, I don't want this to mess with anything.
Yeah, sure.
When you first spray them, damn. Just spraying that over there, I'm like.
All right, here we go. My Kojo roastery has been completely depleted, so I can just spray this wherever I want. God, this smells like a Ventus mock-up. Just right off the cuff. It may go somewhere different, but yeah, I do get the comparison of Club de Nuit because it does have that bite. It's like different, very lime.
Is that what they were comparing to?
Club de Nuit?
Yeah, Club de Nuit. Is that what they're
Well, that's what Smoker Fire said on Fragrantica. They said, hey, you hate the sharpness of Club de Nuit, you need to try this because it's fucking terrible.
There's something that
there's a little sweeter lime vibe to it.
Yeah, I was going to say there's some... God, it almost feels like... This may be the dumbest comparison to anything ever, but it almost smells like you are on vacation. Maybe there's like a fresh thing of fruit or whatever somewhere, and it's like a little bit of... It's almost like lime, cantaloupe. I don't know what's going on.
I don't get the cantaloupe, but I do get a very sweet citrus, where Club de Nuit I feel like is a sharp, like sour citrus trying to be that pineapple, because Aventus isn't really sweet pineapple. It does have more bite, and I think that's why a lot of the clones smell more like lime than they do pineapple, because they're trying to capitalize on the sharp sort of sour citrus.
Yeah, this is really hitting me now. Okay, and shame on me because I told Mike, I'll juice you whatever you want. Man, I'll juice you right on up. And I haven't juiced him a goddamn thing. But I have a juicer at the house.
Oh, like actual juice. I kept going like, we use... juice is an interchangeable word we use a lot for so many different things.
Yeah, hyping things up or making something or whatever you want to be. You know,
spending some time alone.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're juicing it.
Or we juicing it out, you know?
That's right.
It's all about squeezing certain things.
Yeah, it's all about big, juicy bottles.
Yeah. So I'm going to kind of give you a recipe I found online.
Oh, yeah, the ginger one?
Yeah. So I get like fresh oranges, and I think I get navel oranges of some sort, but like locally grown. I get that. I get 4 of those. I think 2 apples, and then you do like a quarter of a lemon, and you do like a half inch or whatever of ginger root.
Right.
But when you mix all
incredible.
when you mix all that together, it kind of smells like this. And honestly, this smells very close to, I guess I would almost consider this a gourmand in a way, because it smells like close to like really juicing something fresh fruit.
I feel like that on the card it does. It's a lot sweeter on my skin, though.
Yeah.
It's like almost lemon heads on your skin.
Damn, it is so close to that ginger with a little bit of fucking orange and shit on my skin.
It's really good. Like off the cuff, I got to say, I do like this. I really do.
I promise you, I'll do this test with Mike. I promise I will do this.
Oh, God, this means it's not going to happen.
But I'll get some ginger root and some orange, just kind of cut them up and just let it get on my hand and just let you just smell my hands, Mike.
It's such a weird, like, science experiment. Oh, my God.
But it'll be real.
Like, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut fruit. I'm going to rub it between my fingers, and then I'll hurry over to your house and make you smell my hands.
My sticky hands.
The drive over to my house, you're going to be touching everything. You're going to look like, remember those little things we'd get as kids, the slimy things that like stuck to windows? Yeah. But just by the end of the day, it was just a collection of all the fucking germs you ran into that day. There's like dog hair all over it and like used bubble gum. I just imagine your hands being like that.
They're all sticky, got pulp on it and shit.
Dude, I really do like this.
Dude, this is a badass scent, man.
Man, I don't know why people hadn't hyped this more than that Pacific Rock Moss. I don't know if they were just handing out giant juicy bottles to the YouTubers of that one. They were all like, yeah, this is it. But that one's kind of like shit compared to this.
Man, I love this. This is badass.
I feel like this is a good take on like an answer to Aventus.
I do too, but don't get that confused, people. We're not talking that pineapple, though.
No. I'm not saying that, but it does smell like a better version of like Club de Nuit.
It's badass. So the trend on this is actually going through the roof right now.
Really?
I can see why.
Probably because of your girl Juicy was talking about it.
Yeah, she was talking about Juicy. So, no, I'm not. We're not degrading. He's making fun of me not knowing how to pronounce the name.
I think people picked that up. You got to fucking specify this type of stuff.
Hey, look, if Chris Rock can get slapped the fuck up in front of God and everybody.
It made it into the podcast. I was wondering when.
Yeah, if he can get slapped the fuck up for saying something as mundane as he did.
As making a terrible G.I. Jane joke.
Yes.
Not terrible because of the audience, just terrible in that it's like such an outdated joke.
Yes, I am not taking any more chances in this world anymore because good God. By the way, another reason why I feel bad about not pronouncing her name right is because I was listening to her name all these different fragrances for this thing, and she's like, and like it sounds like fucking French and shit. And I'm like, damn, how does she pronounce this shit so perfect? I'm like, I'm tripping over my own words that I knew since, I was a
Is she
toddler.
the Australian chick?
God, no, I don't think she is. I want to. God, we're so dumb. I don't know. I don't know what part of the world she's at.
We're so disconnected from that side. And it's like, I feel like now I try to intentionally avoid it. It used to be that YouTube would recommend tons of fragrance videos. Now it doesn't recommend any. In fact, for some reason, it's recommending all these full day of eating videos.
He's all mukbanging all day.
Not that, it's just, we're on this weight loss journey. And so it's like, I've watched a couple of these videos of like how people keep the calories down but feel satiated, so they're making like freaking anabolic pancakes and shit. So now every time I open up YouTube, it's like some dude going, here's what I eat all day to stay shredded.
Yeah, Mike's advertisements have always been kind of interesting. I'll just leave it at that.
Hey, I like what I like, Ryan, and I will not apologize.
We'll be like doing something like, hey, we need to Google a sound effect or something for like an edit we're doing. And it's like, hey, can I talk to you about
Oh, that YouTube?
I'm not going into the specifics, but it's like the weirdest commercial we've ever had added to is this fucking and crazy production. This guy like turns around and he's like, hey, can I talk to you about it's like your taxes? It's like
no, it wasn't taxes. It was poop.
And so now that's all I'm going to talk about.
Well, it's because we also nearly watched that entire ad. They got us.
So smart. I'm just like, what are you watching?
Okay, let's get into the price of this thing. How much does this fragrance cost, Ryan?
Well, if you get it from Goldfield and Bank's website, and they have a U.S. website, it's $185 for 100 ml of that.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad at all. And I think if you go to other places, I mean, you can obviously find it cheaper. But I mean, that's not bad. I feel like it's pretty adequate for what you're smelling.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. We should wear, like at the end of the episode, we'll spray it up, y'all, big time. And we'll put a lot on. I'm curious to see how actually wearing it out, it'll perform, because I know we do kind of get disappointed when some of these citruses disappear all of a sudden.
Yeah, and man, I will say this, not as take it as a plus or a con. This is not versatile to me. This is straight up
Summer
fucking fragrance.
Yeah, I agree. Warm weather at least.
100%.
Texas, our summer starts like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But... So we've got a lot longer lifespan, but I agree. It's also a more playful scent as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think I would necessarily wear it like to work.
Yeah.
Because it's sweeter.
I almost feel like I'd have to be on vacation to wear this motherfucker.
No, I mean, I would wear it out, but like I wouldn't be wearing it in the office, even though it does kind of feel a little Aventus-y.
Yeah.
It's still a lot sweeter, and it does feel a little more playful, more fruitier. So, but I love it. I would wear this on just like days out, or like if we had an outdoor shoot that we went on, I think this would be a fun one to wear.
Fuck yeah, it would.
Well, speaking of wearing, who is wearing this?
I think I may have this one pegged.
Sounds like you.
No, I don't know if I'd wear this. I love it though.
I just meant the pegging part.
Oh, no. That's Mike's way of getting back at me for the pretty hot and tempting.
Yeah,
part on
the fat fingers.
He wants to really
turn the knife.
Yeah.
All right, tell me who's wearing this, Ryan.
All right, Todd, hit the fucking dream sequence, if you will.
I was waiting for it.
A man walks into a outdoor dining experience.
Okay. What is this, lunch or dinner, brunch? What is this?
This is lunch. The heat's on. It's 100 degrees outside. Heat index is 115.
Oof.
It's fucking smoldering. He's wearing his Docker shorts.
Okay.
His very dark complected, black as the devil's dick hair is all fucking wrapped up and shooting straight to his fucking Sperry's. He's got a fucking Hawaiian shirt on. He's got the fucking hamburger meat hanging out. He's just a dark complected man. He's chiseled. He's got the fucking coffee grind, fucking beard coming in. It's like just kind of like Don Johnson in Miami Vice. He's just kind of got that look.
Okay.
And it's very summery. This is who's wearing it. They'd have to have that nice, oily, glisten, Razor Ramon looking fucking body and skin going on. And they pull this off with all that fucking get up.
Okay, give me an age. How old is he?
I would say, this is surprisingly enough, I would think 30 and up for sure. Maybe mid-30s and up.
Yeah, I could see it being a little bit younger. One thing I did notice, though, on the card, I feel like if Smoker Fire from Fragrantica had only smelled it on the card, I could get the industrial cleaner vibe, because it is quite a bit more harsh on the card.
Yeah.
But on the skin, it's like smoother. It's a little sweeter. It's got a little more fruitiness to it.
It smells real to me on the skin.
For sure.
Like if you fucked around with some fruits and shit.
Oh, yeah. When we be fucking with some fruits, y'all. Boy, this is, I feel like we just got back from vacation.
Well, after last episode with the Buy Five for Life, whatever, and DJ Snazzy's Seth over here, yeah, it was definitely vacation.
It was a production for sure.
Never thought I'd miss Todd.
Yeah, I almost was like, man, was it better when Todd just fucked off on the music and everything and it was just completely dry, or the one where we got slapped in the face with Skrillex's, mohawk?
My still untrustworthiness of Todd's ability to do things correctly is still there.
Yeah.
I mean, he did put Snazzy Seth off on us, and that was a real treat.
Quite a recommendation. Thanks, Todd.
Okay, skip it.
Sample it.
Buy it.
What are you going to do, Ryan?
Man, I like this fragrance a lot, but it would be such a random occurrence that I would use it because I feel like I'd have to be very specific because of the heat and stuff, and I almost feel like I need to be on vacation to wear it. But saying that, I would definitely get me like a 10 ml sample of this.
But it's not FBW for you, huh?
No, it's not full bottle to me. So I'm disappointed in that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think this is one that I need a full bottle of.
Yeah.
I feel like, a 30 mil would be great.
It'd last you forever.
It would during the particularly hot times where we know we're going to be outside.
Yeah.
I think this would be a fun fragrance. I also think it'd probably attract a bunch of fucking insects to us. So we may not want to.
Fruit flies everywhere.
Dude, well, they shot No Country for Old Men in Marfa, Texas.
Yeah.
And they had to fly in bottles of fake blood without sugar content because normally they make it with like corn syrup and food coloring and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But because the extras were laying outside all day, anything with sugar, they'd be freaking attacked by insects.
God.
So they were paying $800 a gallon.
Wow.
For this fake blood to be shipped in from the UK.
Damn, who the fuck? Man, that's crazy.
Imagine that. Yeah, it was like one of the highest like blood budgets. And that movie's not even like super gory. It's not like a freaking Friday the 13th slasher film.
Wow. That is fucking nuts.
Insane. Man. $800 a gallon.
Man, somebody made a killing off of that probably.
Dude, you already know.
They probably don't know this is like pig blood.
But for me, I don't think it's full bottle worthy either, Ryan. I agree. But I think a nice 30 mil to wear particularly hot days, it'd be one of those where it's more playful. Maybe you're going out, you're hanging out with some friends.
Yeah.
Us, we don't have friends. We don't hang out.
We're losers.
Yeah, we're not going to get a good chance to wear this. But I do believe you should sample it because if you're out there loving Club de Nuit, this is albeit quite a bit more expensive version, but I feel like it's better done, especially on the skin. Definitely less screechy than Club de Nuit is, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. There you go. So it's a sample from both of us at the very least. Have you a little decant of it.
Yeah.
And if you loved today's episodes.
Yeah, the back to normal.
Yeah. Make sure to go to thecolognepodcast.com.
That's right. Type it in with your pretty hot and tempting fingers.
And make sure to, give us a 5-star review on any of our stuff, blah, 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 which let me actually bring this up. So a couple people have actually went to the Apple Podcasts and left 5 stars. And one of them was actually our good friend of the podcast. Cynthia left us a review on the Apple Podcast thing. She said, need clarification. So how many times can I rate you guys 5 stars? Just once? That doesn't seem fair. Cynthia.
That's awesome.
I know, very awesome. She's been very helpful for the show. She's bought us some coffees, plenty of them. Thank you, Miss Cynthia. And then also she's gone around liking our Spotify stuff, and she sent us samples. So seriously, a huge shout out to her.
No doubt.
And a huge shout out to Luke, who also wrote, this podcast has some real clackers. Absolutely love it.
That's amazing.
So thank you guys. And another person wrote, everyone, I think I've said this one before, so stop me if I have. Best fragrance podcast, everyone else can go home.
Yeah. We've done that one, which again, that doesn't make us any less appreciative of receiving it, for sure.
No doubt.
And I've got to say, and this is going to be a little bit of a rant, but we honestly have the best listeners.
We seriously do.
Because occasionally I'll jump onto Reddit and I'll look in like Ode Jerks or whatever.
Yeah.
And the fragrance community at times can be extremely toxic and frustrating.
Oh, yeah.
But we've never really experienced that with our community that's kind of built around what we're doing. Everybody seems to be so genuine and so into it and so passionate, which is like what you expect the fragrance community to be.
100%.
But then there's just a lot of mud flinging.
Well, I'm not pointing fingers, but I do think there's a lot of the people that they are kind of forced to watch or listen to.
Right.
take this weird approach that we've never have really understood or gotten into. And so I think that they do appreciate a different level of how we kind of do things because we're bumbling idiots.
You know what it's kind of like?
What's it kind of like, Mike?
Ryan's over there clearing his throat. Did you ever play Little League football?
Yeah, when I was a kid, yeah.
Okay. So it's kind of like you've got the group over there that like their parents are so fucking serious and they're like making them study the playbook and they're all about it. You know, you're never going to get to the NFL if you don't take this seriously, little Johnny. And then I think there's us over here like picking daisies and like playing grab ass. Like I feel like that's us and we're a small minority, but we're having a great time and actually enjoying ourselves.
Yeah.
And the other people that have turned this into some weird form of profession where it's like, hey, you know, the quickest way to hate your hobby is to try to make money from it.
Boy, that is the truth.
And that's not what we're trying to do at all. What we want...
I'm kidding. No.
Yeah, Ryan may be. But I think for us, we're trying to really just get to a point where we can continue to do it.
Yeah, that's the fun part for me.
Yeah, as long as we're like breaking even, it's great because we love doing this.
I really do because this has been inadvertently a hobby for me. My entire life is always wanting to smell good. I think a lot of people are kind of like that.
Sure.
But it's like, you know, for the longest time, like, you know, I was known in school as somebody that smelled good. And after that, like, it's just something I took pride in.
When you look bad, you try to smell good.
Exactly. You try to cover up that you look terrible. So you want to smell fucking amazing.
And in that way, me and Ryan were the same person at school.
But yeah, it's turned into something that I really do. I love doing it. And honestly, it does feel good getting feedback from you guys. Seriously.
Yes. Yeah.
Even if it's been negative, which it's been I don't even know if we really technically had a negative thing.
We haven't really had one come out of left field that like just hit us in the clackers.
Hey, fuck you!
Yeah, exactly. It's coming. The day is coming. I promise. It just hasn't been of yet.
And we don't look forward to it. And until next time, spray it up, y'all!